Sure. Congratulations, Pat. What a game.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think you went 7 games without a goal and then got two in 7 minutes tonight. What was going on out there tonight?
Yeah, I think it just clicked. Every time you get one, I think it felt like a sense of relief. So I felt a little bit more relaxed and more fluid in my play. So I wasn't so when the second goal came, it was just because of the confidence that I regained. So yeah, it's tough. Of course, no striker wants to go seven without a goal, but happy to get two today.
Dean mentioned that your will and just your ability to keep going. Is that what you've done, through this stretch of time? Like mentally, how have you stayed where you need to be?
Yeah, I mean that's what I do. It's just continuing to work even when things aren't going your way. That's how I was raised, like my parents really really did a lot in that aspect. So I learned a lot from them. And when things don't go the way, they still keep going. So I think that's the same thing for me, no matter what. I'll just keep my head down and keep pushing no matter what is happening.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
Danny Brams.
Hey, what's up, Pat? Jacob Glesson is one of the best defenders in the league. You put him on skates and then scored with the left. Talk me through that goal, please.
Yeah. Balls in behind, and I realized that I was in 1v1 situation. So I just slowed myself down, and I do like 1v1s. So I know if I could off balance them, then I get a shot off. That's all that matters. And I was able to get onto my left foot, and I like shooting my left. So I trust it and was able to go in the goal. So it's a good feeling. Yeah.
Beyond just your goals, Charlotte FC was under tons of pressure early in the match. The first 30 minutes, Philadelphia had like 5 corners in a row. I think they had 6 total corners in the first 15 minutes. So how do you feel when you're called upon to be one of those guys that's clearing out the attack, the ball's coming to the box, when it's corner after corner after corner like that? Your size helps in the defensive end as well.
Yeah, it's part of my job. That's another reason why I'm here is to help on the defensive side, and I want to be that guy to get my head on the ball and make the clearances and stuff, especially off corners, because that's what's gonna help us get the 3 points. So I don't really take it as pressure, it's just like part of what I need to do. So it's definitely something I like to do.
How do you think the team's going to adjust next match playing without Captain Ashley Westwood?
Yeah, it's a big loss, of course, and he's been playing every game, and he's been a captain and a leader in the field. But I think that's something that we need to deal with, and we have to be able to adjust. We have a lot of good players here, and I think no matter what, it's always like who's up next in that spot to help us get the 3 points. And I think we all know like we're a team or a family here, so we're all going to support everybody, and we trust anybody and everybody who's going to play. So we're ready for it.
Thanks, Patrick.
Okay, Sam Spencer.
Hey, Patrick, how's everything going?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Can't complain. So was this match close enough for your family to come down?
No, it's not.
Ah, too bad. So when I talked to Enoch back in March, he told me that this was going to be your season. This season was absolutely going to be your season. Does it feel like that after getting embraced tonight?
Um, just trying to keep my head down, I think my brothers are people that really want me to just be motivated, and they're like very my close circle right there, and they always tell me what's up and what's truth and what they see, and I take the information. I just try to stay grounded. So I think with these 2 goals is just me building off that, and as long as I keep building off that, then I think anything is possible. But for now, it's just continuing off this game.
June 10th of last year, you got your first goal for the Crown. Tonight, almost exactly a year later, you get your first brace for the Crown. How does that give you confidence going into the next game?
It just makes me realize how much I've grown. And where I'm at now compared to a year ago, it's like kind of crazy to look back. I got memories on my phone of like the goal I scored against Philly 2 last year, and then to be able to score 2 here against the first team, it's just crazy because it's something that I wouldn't have thought would happen, and like especially from last year. But now that I'm in this position, it's just going and running with it.
And finally, for me, is there anybody who you feel like specifically you're clicking out there? Obviously, you got good service from both Abada and Urinen tonight.
Yeah, I think I think today if I felt a little bit more fluid. I felt like a lot of things were going well. So I think in general, just the front four, I think we're starting to lock it in, and I think we're gonna be dangerous.
Thanks, Pat. Great game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, last one's with Nick Finelli.
Hey, Pat. Hey, can you talk to me about your that stretch where you didn't score? Did you learn anything or do anything different because of the physicality that people have been putting on and the pressure? Did you kind of just do a different mindset or a different way of playing?
I think my game in general is to try to just occupy defenders and cause them to be uncomfortable. Through that stretch, it was difficult, if I'm honest, in terms of like just the final production. But I always tell myself to keep my head down and just to keep focusing on what I can control and doing the right things. And as long as I do that, I think it'll click at some point. So I never was really in doubt of my abilities. It's just a matter of time of it coming together. And finally tonight it did. So yeah.
And can you tell me about the header goal? Because you had a couple header chances earlier, and the one from Urinen just kind of, it was like almost perfect. Like, what can you describe like what you were thinking when that was happening?
Yeah, I was being grabbed a lot and I just needed to make space for myself. So I like checked away and came back to the ball. The ball was like a little behind me lower, but I just said, let me go for a dive header, and saw the ball hit the goal. Yeah, it was an unbelievable feeling. So yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations. Have a safe trip home.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Nick. Thanks, everyone.